You've probably been hearing about the classified Pentagon documents that were leaked and that a suspect has been arrested. But you may be wondering, how did the suspect have access to the documents and when were they leaked? Let's break it down, starting with the suspect. 21-year-old Jack Tahera is a member of the Massachusetts Air National Guard working in IT. His unit provides international intelligence to support combat and national security. Now let's get to the documents. We've reviewed them, and here's what we've learned. The documents were leaked on a social media platform called Discord, and it shows that Tahera held top secret clearance since 2021. He was a member of a chat that discussed God, guns, and war. The FBI tracked down and interviewed a member of the group where the documents were first leaked. We're going to call this person User 1. The FBI identified Tahera by accessing billing information from Discord and confirming it by asking User 1 to identify his photo. Paragraphs of the documents first were published on Discord, but by January, photographs of the classified documents in full began to appear online. Here's what the documents told us about national security. A Russian paramilitary group fighting in Ukraine tried to buy weapons from NATO ally Turkey, who were considered to have been providing military support to Ukraine. But Egypt and the UAE considered sending military support to Russia. Russia almost shot down surveillance plane over Ukraine last September, and Russian hackers also accessed Canada's natural gas infrastructure. It also shows that the U.S. doubts Ukraine's spring offensive. The U.S. listened on conversations in South Korea's presidential office, and it also found that senior members of the Israeli Mossad advocated for Israelis to protest against their own government. The Washington Post also reports that U.S. intelligence agencies were aware of up to 4 additional Chinese spy balloons. According to documents, another balloon flew over a U.S. carrier strike group, and a third had crashed into the South China Sea. Another document contains a government assessment about 2 more balloons from previous years. The documents also show that questions still remain about the true capabilities of the balloon that was shot down off the coast of South Carolina earlier this year. Now, this footage here shows the suspect being arrested this past Thursday at his home just outside of Boston. And here is a sketch of Tahera facing charges in a federal court yesterday. He was charged with unauthorized retention of transmission of national defense information and unauthorized removal of classified information and defense materials. Now, he did not enter a plea, but is being detained in jail until his detention hearing next week. Well, yesterday, President Joe Biden says he ordered investigators to determine why the leaker had access to sensitive information in the first place.
Number 2, to focus extensively on the extent to which it all occurred. And that's going on right now. I have nothing to report beyond what's already been reported.
How long do you think that will take?
Well, there's no way to predict how long an investigation will take. But I don't think it's going to take very long. I think
Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer is requesting a Senate briefing on the leaked documents, and House Speaker Kevin McCarthy is vowing to investigate. Now, Attorney General Merrick Garland said the following.
If this is not just about taking home documents, that is, of course, itself illegal, but this is about the transmission, both the unlawful retention and the transmission of the documents. Everyone knows here that the documents in the end were transmitted. That violates 18 U.S.C. 793 and 18 U.S.C. 1924. There are very serious penalties associated with that. People who sign agreements to be able to receive classified documents acknowledge the importance to the national security of not disclosing those documents, and we intend to send that message, how important it is to our national security.
Now, you may remember IT specialist Edward Snowden, the perpetrator of another major government leak. In 2013, Snowden leaked a number of classified documents from the National Security Agency. And now, the Pentagon says they're reevaluating who gets access to these files. Now, there's no clear answer on how many documents were released, and the National Security Council warns that some documents may be altered as a part of the misinformation campaign.